Hello, fabulous Scorpio. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of October 2014, Love Focus. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. This month, where it comes to love, I really just want to, before I delve into this month, I do want to say that next month is really, really important for you where it comes to love. You've got a full moon happening in your opposite sign. It's speaking to all kind of power players in the sky, including Pluto and Mars, super harmoniously in supreme harmony. And so when I look at the sky that is coming up for you and the changes and the progress and the breakthroughs that are likely to come up for you coming up next month, I do want to sort of start off with that so that you understand how to use this month well. Now, again, I'll be here to talk about it then. I'll talk about it next month. However, for now and for this month, the power really is in you, and it really is about you. There's a lot of focus being spent on you being honest about what you really want in your heart of hearts, you being honest about where it is that you need to begin again. So we do have this particular month, as I spoke about in the general focused horoscopes. We have an eclipse taking place. It is taking place in your sign, and it is taking place with Venus. And it's taking place at the very beginning of your sign as well. So what that tells me is, where it comes to love, the place it's going to play in your life, what it is in your heart of hearts you really want, what love is going to mean to you on a very fundamental level becomes a lot more clear. You start to understand ultimately what type of love you are going for, what has not worked, but more importantly, what it is now that you want to start to implement, that you want to start to put in place. And so the late part of the month, once we have that eclipse and the focus is very much on you, Venus will be in your sign after that for the next few weeks, and you'll start next month with Venus in your sign as well. With Venus in your sign, it does suggest a time when you're just more attractive. You're able to attract what you want, including in love. There's something about you that is more charming. There's something about you that people are drawn to a little bit more easily. And you are able to recognize the things within yourself much more readily that make you lovable. However, the power of the eclipse is still there, which does tell me that with this particular eclipse that we are going to have, and with such a strong focus on you and who you are, it really does come down to, where it comes to love, you being honest with yourself as to your fundamental needs, where it is that they are being met and where it is that they have not been met. And because when it's a lunar phenomenon in your own sign, is so much about you really being honest with yourself and looking at the situation and acknowledging just who it is that you might be with or why it is that you might not be with somebody. Because it is so focused on your sense of honesty, it does tell me that whatever else might be happening with other people, ultimately this is an energy of revelation that allows you to take ownership for your own experiences where it comes to love. That is one of the greatest powers that you can be granted. Those of you in an established partnership, I do think that you are about to get clear as to what it is that ultimately you really want before you step into an energy of wanting to share the company of another with a little bit more ease, with a little bit more softness. So it does look like, especially with Venus in your sign, especially in the late part of the month, you're just going to feel more lovable. And there's going to be desire to be loved. There's going to be a desire to, buy new clothes and show them off. Now, do keep in mind that Mercury, right at the time of the eclipse, in the late part of the month and Venus entering your sign, Mercury will stand still and begin to go direct. So Mercury will still be in shadow, maybe not the best time to go and splurge on a huge shopping spree just yet, on a huge makeover just yet. However, there is going to be a desire to feel a little bit pampered, and your partner very well is going to fit into that in some way. The other thing with this also is, because this is very much about your pathway forward and you forging a pathway forward, it does suggest a level of empowerment in yourself and an appreciation of what you can further embody in order to strengthen that bond. But again, the focus is about you here. It's a 0-degree eclipse. So it's not so much about what you're doing, external actions. It's much more about what's taking place within you, within your own heart, within your own spirit. Then if you are one of those people who is dating somebody, or you have somebody sort of in your sphere, somebody that you're interested in, Venus is definitely going to help you to attract more attention, certainly. And I do think that'll end up being Venus moving into your sign that ends up being the more dominant vibe here, because the focus already is a lot on you. So when you're sort of dating somebody, you're kind of figuring out who they are, but mostly you're still living your life and having your sense of self strongly entrenched in your own life, in your own interests. And so that is likely to continue and be strengthened. Yet Venus coming in there is just going to make you feel more beautiful, really, is what it comes down to. You feel more beautiful, you feel more flirty, you feel like you can be more open to love, which allows other people the space to come closer to you, to feel like they can come closer to you. This can also be a time of just, where it is that maybe you have been a little bit protective, some of those barriers just start to melt just a little bit, allowing you to experience greater love. Those of you not in an established bond, I think Venus moving into your sign is one of the best bets that you're going to have to actually attract somebody into your life and to enjoy the company of another person as well. Venus moving in your sign certainly does add an attraction factor to you, which should help you as you are open to love and to actually meet somebody new. One thing is for sure, though, Venus moves into your sign, into any given sign, about once a year or so. And then the eclipse factor, magnifying her energy, happening in your sign is much more rare, much more rare. So you put these together, and it does suggest that you are coming to appreciate you and appreciate what it is about you that makes you worthy of love. Ground yourself in that, and you put yourself in a great position to take full advantage of the great blessings that are coming up just a little further down the road.